Welcome back, everyone. I met our next guest 3.5 years ago when he came to town, and he coached against the 13 ABC All-Stars in a charity basketball game. It was a community service for Todd Kowalczyk to come in. It was in the wake of the June 5th tornadoes, so over at Lake High School, and it was the game of giving, and Coach came to town and coached, I think, the team made up of faculty, staff over at Genoa and Lake and in Delta, and to play the All-Stars. I think we beat you in that one, Coach.
We couldn't guard you. That's the problem. The teachers that we had at Genoa just couldn't guard Lee Conklin. That's the problem we had.
Right.
He can still play, by the way.
Yeah. But that was our first foray with Todd Kowalczyk. He came to town. It was a community event, an incredible night that night in the wake of a tragic event. So you're 3.5 years later. This has become home for you.
It has been.
And you've navigated through some incredibly difficult times as head coach. And now you're at this point, Coach, where the expectations are way up here now. Did you think it would happen in the time frame that it did from where you were at 4-28 3 years ago?
Well, I think when you take over a position, I didn't quite know the depth of the program was at. I can tell you this, I had no idea that it's as good of a job as it really is. What we have to be successful, we're set up to hopefully have a great program. But we certainly were not very good that first year. We didn't get one vote to finish even 11th, and now here it is 3 years later, and people are picking us not only to win the league, but most publications are picking us to go to the NCAA tournament. And that's certainly a credit to our players. There's a lot of expectations, but I think those expectations are earned by our guys. And it's also something we look forward to.
The burden of high expectations, is it a burden, or you're just so happy to have it after nobody expected you to do anything a couple years ago?
We had Fran Fischella come in and speak at our Rocket Round Bowl Social, did an unbelievable job. But he told our players, there's going to be pressure on Toledo basketball this year to perform. But he also mentioned, I can't phrase it any better than he did, pressure is a privilege. Duke every year has pressure.
Sure.
Because they expect them to win.
Right. Michigan
State's got pressure every year. The good teams and the good programs that are good every year, and I'd like to think Toledo can become one of those programs within our league. There's going to be pressure, but that's certainly, I think, something that goes with hard work and success.
Yeah, and just because there are expectations doesn't mean that it automatically happens. You got to stay healthy, right?
Absolutely.
I think you talk about depth, and you have 11 guys who you think can play for you, but everything's got to come together. Tell us about your team, if you will. I know you've got a couple of marquee players that I think people recognize who follow it, but tell us about your team.
Well, we are a deep team. We have 11 guys right now on scholarship that are healthy. One individual is already out for the season, Angel Aparicio, a kid from Spain. But we return, some really good players, and obviously the top guy is our point guard, Juice Brown, a very talented basketball player. In my opinion, the best point guard in our league. Ryan Pearson's a first-team All-League performer. You see him on camera here, and he's a high-energy guy that plays the right way. Justin Drummond will be our starting two. He's a transfer from Loyola, Maryland. And Nathan Booth is an inside presence that is only a sophomore, and I think he's got a chance to have a special career for us. Who starts at the four? I really don't know yet. I think we still got some. We got three guys.
For what we used to call power forward.
Yes, yeah, and that's the old terminology, power forward. It's a four position now, and we got three guys that potentially could play that spot. J.D. Witherspoon from Ohio State, Matt Smith, who has started the last 3 years, and Aubrey Williams, a redshirt freshman. All three of those guys are capable of really playing for us. Really excited about our three freshmen with some local flair.
Right.
We got the furthest is John Williams, which is Southfield Lathrop High School, which is less than an hour away.
Yeah.
And then two guys that are local to Toledo, and that's
he may be closer than Van Loo.
No question.
Right.
Jordan Lauf at Napoleon and Zach Garber from Van Loo. But some freshmen that are really excited about, and not to put pressure on them, but that's as good of a freshman class as I've been a part of.
Looking at the schedule, there are two, I would say, Coach, marquee names on the schedule: Kansas and Boston College, and you play Boston College relatively early.
Yeah, November 14th on the road, and Boston College was a young team last year. They're in the ACC. Really performed well last year. They had the rookie of the year in the ACC. They got a chance to be really good. And obviously, you know, one of the top teams in the country this year is Kansas, preseason number 4 in the country. So they certainly will be a great test for us.
3 years ago, or well, I guess 3 years ago. I think your first game was against Illinois.
It was against Illinois,
and that didn't go so well. But
to say the least.
I think it was there, obviously,
Yes.
right? And this year you go to Kansas, so you go to you know, a legendary place, Allen Fieldhouse. 3 years ago, maybe you were apprehensive, trepidatious about going into an environment like that with the guy. Nothing, no offense to the team you had, but the cupboard was not stocked. This year, how excited are you? Go to a place like that.
Yeah, I think it's great for our guys. First of all, it's an opportunity for Ryan Pearson to go back home. He's from Kansas City. You know, we got, you know, some really, you know, great people out in that area that support our program. You know, Chuck and Jackie Sullivan, they get a chance to see us play in their hometown. You know, and it gives our players a chance. And I've been to Allen Fieldhouse, but never for a game. But I can tell you, within the industry, it's perceived to be the best environment in all of college basketball. I don't think there's anything that's even close. Maybe Duke is a little, you know, is unique, but it's a lot smaller. But you know, Kansas basketball is the best environment in all of college basketball. So we're excited about, you know, having a chance to go there and perform well.
See what you can do, right?
That's right.
Okay, so you come in with this team, and one thing, Todd, that over the years that we've seen is that attendance has eroded within the men's program, and because winning breeds everything that's positive. So this is a chance for you to finally win back all the people that we keep hearing about from the days of the Bobby Nichols era.
Well, I don't know if it necessarily has eroded, you know, all that much. We've been top 2 in attendance for almost 30 straight years. We have some great loyal fans.
But you want us the excitement.
Oh, no question.
That used to be
No
the
question.
case at Savage Hall, Centennial Hall.
Yep, there's no question.
Now Savage Arena.
You know, and there's been some hard times, but college athletics is no different than business.
Right.
It's going to be cyclical. You know, and we've gone through a bad stretch, you know, 3-4 years ago. But, yeah, I think in year 2 we won back a lot of people by winning 19 games and having the second best turnout in the country. Right. Last year, you know, despite our situation that we were put in, you know, we you know, won a MAC West championship. So we certainly had a lot of things to build off of. And this year, you know, for the first time, we're penalty free and feeling like we have an opportunity and a chance. And you know, you mentioned the expectations. Well, you know, all the expectations is an opportunity. You know, that's all it is, and it's up to us to do something with that opportunity.
And you got all these things going where you can bring the excitement here, and you already have. I mean, the MAC West last year, and even 2 years ago, they had a very successful season and postseason appearance.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, the ban last year because of
the academic percentage.
So
rating.
I mean, the hurdles that Todd Kowalczyk and the staff have had to leap. You know, you've done, and now you're at this point. So you got to be ready to go.
Well, we're excited, and we're excited that we, you know, got a good young team. You know, we're still got some really good young players. You know, we only have 2 seniors. Got some really, you know, talented young guys. But I like the direction we're headed. Now we got to, you know, keep them together and, you know, play with no egos. Which, when you have a talented team and a deep team, you always worry about sharing the ball and things like that, and that's certainly going to come into play for us.
Hey, coincidentally, you can check out Todd Kowalczyk's Rockets this afternoon. Hillsdale coming in, right?
A talented team.
Yeah.
And a team that's got 6 seniors, 4 senior starters. You know, this is their marquee game. You know, this is the game of, you know, their Super Bowl, and we understand that. But they're a very well coached team, a very skilled team, and when you have that many seniors, they can't help but know each other's games inside and out. So it'll be a good test for us.
Game time Sunday afternoon is this airs Sunday. Coach.
3:30.
3:30. Go see him, Savage Arena, and you'll have an idea of the excitement that is to come. And
the women play right before us.
So you got a doubleheader chance.
Doubleheader.
You know, we know about Tricia Cullop's program. And
she does an unbelievable
you know,
job.
so I think we're all excited. Go see the Rockets in 2013, 2014. Todd Kowalczyk for the University of Toledo. Go check him out later on today, and perhaps a precursor to what you're going to see the rest of the season over at Savage Arena. When we come back, the race for mayor and other political topics as well with Mike Beasley right after this.